What's going on, guys? Man, it is Zuko here, and today I'm here to bring you a quick video showing you guys the best module in the game for eliminating all of your MP costs that can make a difference in DPS, in farming, making your quality of life just be a lot easier. But mainly, if you're also speedrunning, there's some really cool tech that you can do with these modules as well. And if you guys would like, why don't you consider subscribing or liking the video? It's Zuko. Let's get straight into this video. So let's talk about MP recovery in combat and MP recovery out of combat. So what MP recovery in combat does is if you do not have this module on, you will never gain MP recovery while you're actually in combat, which means while you're shooting at something or taking damage. MP recovery out of combat is 5 seconds of you not shooting something and 5 seconds of you not taking damage, you're going to start getting MP recovery. Now, these are values that we can technically only change with the actual perk status in our components. What if I told you there was a way to modify these numbers outside of just the components? Which means if you can get a legendary MP recovery out of combat and a legendary version of MP recovery in combat, you're going to give yourself a bigger boost whenever you pair it with these two modules, MP recovery and then MP recovery modifier. Through my testing, this one seems to be the most consistent and the best overall boost for how the actual MP recovery in combat works. Now, if you're playing with a low value of this, then I would say run the MP recovery modifier. If you're playing with the legendary version of this and this, run energy collection. That's basically my guide there. So what are these doing? Well, what it does is I have a clip here that I'm going to show you. This actually affects how much you're actively gaining per orb you pick up. So percentage wise, you're going to get a bigger percentage. So let's say an orb was going to give you 15. It's going to take that 15%, times it by this AC modifier. It's most likely additive. Through my testing, again, this one is the most consistent because this effectively means nothing. But if you pair this with this, then it will mean something. However, this is, again, like I said, the biggest boost because if you're picking up orbs and you're also recovering MP in combat, this is just the best one. Now, to kind of simplify this for you, what does this mean for you? Why are these important? And why would I say you don't need to run this one and you only need to run this one? Well, it's because this MP recovery takes this number and then it again boosts it by this percentage, allowing for you, the higher you can get your MP recovery in combat, to gain more MP per second, effectively negating all of the cost of your skills. I have tested this with every character in the game that has MP, and it made a huge difference. There's only two characters that do not need to run this, which is going to be Lepic and Luna. Luna can benefit from this quite a bit, so I would say you still would want to run it with the Luna, but max MP, you have to run that. So you would have to run max MP with her with the MP recovery in combat. With Lepic, you don't need to. You're still going to be able to get your maximum amount of shots, which is 16 shots. So to show you what this is doing, I have a skill here that does damage. So I'm never going to be MP recovery out of combat because I'm doing damage. And we're going to see how much this is actually affecting my actual resource passively for gaining MP in combat. So I'll do it like this. Let's restart this. We'll shoot at him and then we'll do it. So as you can see, this is costing me about 25 MP every single cast, with the regeneration being included. As you can see, it's really affecting me. I cannot spam this over and over again, and this is on a no cooldown because that's the easiest way to test this sort of thing. And you're going to immediately see the difference that this is making. So it was costing me about 20, and we're going to do it like this. Now it's costing me half of that because I'm gaining so much MP, right? So now I can cast this ability more and more, right? Now, the shorter your intervals for casting these abilities, the less of an effect you're going to see because the more time that you have, the exponentially better this gets. But in this case, you can obviously see that this is affecting you and this is negating the cost of this skill. If you run both, it actually completely does negate it. Cool. Now we have both of these on, and we're going to shoot at him, and then we're going to do like this. And as you can see, now it has no cost. It's costing me about maybe 2 MP, maybe 5. Which means I can now do this over and over and over again, and I will never really feel it, because also with the other versions that you just saw, if you picked up an orb, by the time you would have recovered all of that MP back, which means again, none of these skills have any cost whenever you're running it with this energy collection, which means now I can spam all of these abilities over and over and over again, and they will never cost me anything. So again, you can kind of see how this is really good for farming purposes. But what about if it's for DPS purposes? Now, can I make it to where this ability on no cooldown now costs me nothing? Can I completely negate the cost of this ability? Yes, I can. As you can see, it's costing me about maybe 5 MP, which means I can now spam this bad boy over and over and over again, and I can basically get like maybe 10 of these off. A boss is dead by then. Alright, so to show you. As you can see, makes a huge difference, right? This effectively makes it to where you cannot now spam this again more than 3 times. So this is making a huge difference in DPS rotations. Now this is just for a character like him. Let's go ahead and talk about this on another character, who it's a little bit more important for him to have MP. We're looking at, again, this now having us no cost. So shoot, touch, and now we're doing like this. As you can see, now none of these abilities cost us anything, making it to where we can now have 100% uptime on all of these. And this is all in combat. The moment I get out of combat, so let's do this. I'm going to shoot here. The moment I get out of combat, watch the difference. All of my MP is now regained, because again, my MP recovery modifier and MP recovery in combat are affecting this. Now again, MP recovery energy collection makes the biggest boost to your MP recovery out of combat. So hopefully I made this make sense for you guys. So now, boom, and this. Now this thing really has no cost. I am restoring this every single 7 seconds, which means every single 7 seconds, I'm able to completely regen all of my shields. You guys don't know what I'm talking about with my Enzo before? Now you would know. Again, I'm actually gaining MP at this point, which means I'm never actually downing MP. I'm actually only gaining MP, which means I'm gaining more MP than I'm using because of these skills. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's Zuko. Use this for whatever needs you might have. If it's for spamming a rotation, that's your DPS rotation, or something to buff your team support-wise over and over and over again, this makes a lot of sense. If it's for Bunny and you're farming AoEs, or Luna and you're farming AoEs, this makes a lot of sense. If you're just wanting to have unlimited MP, this makes a lot of sense. If it's for survival, in this case Enzo, this makes a lot of sense to put this. This is better than any other defensive skill in the game that you can give yourself, because you would be recovering all of your shields over and over again. We're out. Peace.